This amazing game board, and it's 50 years of candy.
It's not a game board.
I don't know what I'm saying.
It's a box of candy.
Okay.
Say it again.
All right. So what I have here is a box of candy. 50 years of candy. Could it be the 70s, the 90s, the 80s, the 60s, and they even have the 50s? Let's see how this works.
Hi guys, I'm with Tammy and Bruno, and I bought this back in Uranus when I got my fudge packed, and I wanted to sit and make a video of what candy come from what year, because I don't know if I can actually figure out what year this stuff came from. I just know I've been eating candy forever. So we're going to try and see if we can figure out without using a piece of paper. I think there's paper inside that tells us which ones come from what. So we're going to test ourselves to see how well we do. All right. Open it, open it, open it.
Is it wrapped?
Okay, we can't look at that.
Okay.
All right. So I suppose we should dump these out and see what we got. All
That's
right.
a lot of candy.
What does the box say? 50s, the swell melody of sweets is guaranteed to bring you back an unforgettable decade. Blah, 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 blah. All the way through the 90s. Let's see. Sour Patch Kids. Well, we know what's in it because we just opened it.
Oh, yeah, I was just
A
telling you.
flashback in candy. Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to first say this.
So, would that be 50s or 60s?
50s.
Okay. So, all right. We got the 50s over there. What else would be the 50s? Ooh, what is that?
I don't know, the candy that you always had in your grandparents' dish and you didn't know what it was. But it looked like
Yeah,
a barrel.
well, yeah,
Oh,
but
it's root beer. It's
yeah,
a root beer.
it's a root beer barrels.
That is the
50s or 60s? Oh,
50s.
look at the mouth.
I say 50s.
All right. The mouth, I think 60s, 70s, 70s, 80s.
I remember the wax thing coming out in the 80s.
All right, we'll put those over there.
80s.
All right. What do you want to go with next?
This?
The dots?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
60s?
Okay. Yeah, they did lots of dots back then, didn't they? Oh, Pop Rocks. 80s.
80s.
All right. And a cigar.
80s.
You think it's 80s?
That's what we used to buy them. We're walking around smoking down the
So
street.
I'm going to say 70s.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's
All right.
see.
Bit of honey, I'm going to say 50s or 60s.
60s.
70s?
No? Yeah.
I don't know.
I say the 60s.
All right.
Oh, they have a bunch of them.
Oh.
Oh. Make a sound.
Okay, this goes to the 90s, so this, here, we'll put that one over here.
90s.
90s. All right, bubble tape. That was 90s. Because my kids were eating them. Oh, the necklace.
80s.
Well, it's kind of the same as these.
I don't know.
Just because we were buying them and eating them in the 80s.
It's true. That's all I know was made.
Yeah, well,
Look,
Smarties
came
were
out in the 80s.
Smarties were older than us.
Oh.
Okay, Razzles.
Brazzles, I'm going to
80s.
say 80s, yes.
Okay, everything's, oh, yeah,
This is 80s.
here.
70s, 60s, 50s, 90s.
Okay, what's this thing?
This is what them fruit chews. Oh,
Fruit Chew.
I want to say 60s.
Lemon fruit roll. Tootsie Roll.
Oh, Tootsie Roll?
So they're made from Tootsie Roll. Oof. Tootsie Roll. That
Yeah, I thought they were in the 60s.
Didn't they have a turtle? No,
No,
that
the
was
owl.
that was the owl. This one.
Free.
That's got to be a 70s.
Oh, these pop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Used to look for the cowboy.
Oh, but here's the gum ones.
80s.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
80s?
I think so.
Okay. Fun Dip. 90s?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dots. These are the ones I would not know.
I think those are 50s.
Okay.
All right. So far, we have 50s with dots. Nickel lip, nip.
What?
We call them wax bottles. I don't know. Nickel nip.
I don't know. Yeah, that don't even sound right.
And root beer barrels. So far, we got 60s was Tootsie Roll flavors. Dots. I think those are going to be 70s.
The dots.
These ones.
Oh, okay.
I think they're going to end up being 70s because there's the Tootsie Pop,
Oh,
which is the same company.
All right.
And then we have the Biddle Honeys, the necklaces, and the Sweet Tart necklace. What do you got there?
Red Hots.
Red Hots. Ooh.
70s.
We call that, what's that? Red Hots. That's an 80s thing, I think.
I mean, I got one. I don't know. Okay, Pixie Sticks.
Ooh.
That one I didn't.
I'm going to say,
80s.
60s?
60s?
Maybe.
It's just sugar in a straw.
Right. Right.
Oh, that's 90s. Airheads.
Okay. Toxic Waste.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, my. Oops, it's not focusing. Sorry, folks. Toxic Waste. That's got to be 90s because I know nothing about it.
Either. Sugar Daddy.
Oh, Sugar Daddy. No. I think
60s?
there. I think 60s.
Okay, I'm trying to get them all.
Okay.
All doubled.
So we have,
Airheads.
what do we have left? We have sour. They won't focus. Hold on. Warheads.
Mm-hmm.
Extreme sour. Let's say 90s.
Mm-hmm. Sour Patch, 90s.
Sour Patch.
Airheads.
So we've got 2 of those. Okay, Laffy Taffy. Would that be the 50s or the 60s?
70s,
70s?
I think.
Okay. Oh, nerds.
80s.
What's the difference between, strawberry ones and lemon wild cherry? Shoot. At some point, they were all in one box.
They were.
80s. Okay. So, Starburst.
80s.
No, they gotta come before that.
Oh,
Let's
70s.
Yeah, let's try the 70s. Okay, Airheads.
90s.
I don't know. I think it was 90s.
Mm-hmm.
That's
ones
one
I
my
don't know.
kids did.
Swedish Fish?
Swedish Fish. That was Uncle Chuck's favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Swedish Fish. Let's see. Let's go with. There's the 50s pile is really little. I wonder if the dots belong over there. I don't know.
I don't know.
All right. There's one lonely old caramel that seems to be coming out of his package.
Because I used to eat these in the 80s, so I would know. Oh, is
Okay,
that
caramel. See, everything's chewy here. Well, that's
Yeah.
chewy too, though.
70s? 60s. Yeah.
Okay, everybody in your comments.
Fireballs.
Ooh, fireballs. I haven't seen fireballs in a long time. So, ooh, these are cool. It's like a cross between a red hot and a jawbreaker.
Yeah.
It's woo woo. Okay, so and I have 5 of them. Cool. So, where would they wouldn't have been the 90s. It would have been 80s, 70s, 80s.
Yeah, I think.
When did Willy Wonka came out? Because that's when jawbreakers were big.
80s?
I don't know. I literally don't know. Okay, so let's look at the paper. All right, for the 50s, we have atomic fireballs. So we don't know what I'm talking about. All right, we have the bit of honey. Boy, we didn't do a very good job at all. Okay. All right, what we had in the 50s and what is now actually there. Okay, Tootsie Pops.
Oh.
These ones.
Yeah, they had candy back in the 50s.
Yeah, apparently. Well, most of the stuff was probably invented back then. I don't know. Okay, candy necklace is the 50s.
Oh. Where's the candy necklace? Oh.
Nope, here it is. Boy, we had them all goofed up. I wonder how well you guys would do. Because we're just showing our ignorance on candy and we just ate it. Okay. Nick Il Nip, which means wax bottles.
Yeah.
That's what we used to call them. And candy buttons.
See?
Okay. That's a pretty good pile for the 50s. Mm-hmm. Okay, we ready for the 60s? So the dots and the root beer barrels did not make the 50s. The wax lips is 60s. This is our pile. Nope.
Oh.
I'm doing this one here. All right, so and I'm all keep moving it. Okay. Big Choice bubblegum cigar, 60s. Assorted dots. So there's our dots from the 50s.
Okay.
All right. The Red Hots are in the 60s. The Red Hots.
Oh, Red Hots. Okay.
All right. And the root beer barrel. And the Sugar Daddy. Wait, we had this all wrong. Mm-hmm. Okay, 70s. Now we're doing the 70s. Okay, so what we have left in our 70s pile is Tootsie Roll flavors, Starburst, and Laffy Taffy, which is technically the same candy, just different companies. Mm-hmm. So, okay, let's see what the 70s on the actual one is. Blow Pop. So that bubblegum.
Okay.
So here.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. 70s. Laffy Taffy.
Where's it? Oh. So we had that right.
Yeah. The Fun Dip. Wow, we put those in the 90s.
Oh, wow.
All right. Pixie Sticks, which we had in the 60s.
Yeah.
It's actually the 70s. And Pop Rocks.
Wow.
Yeah, that surprises me. All right, two more for the 70s is Razzles and the Swedish Fish.
Hey, now I know. I love those.
All right, so we ready for the 80s? Because those are pretty much what we've got left over. And then our big pile of 90s stuff.
Skittles was maybe for 90s.
Okay, well, we're about to find out.
I didn't know you put the Skittles over there.
Okay, caramel. Okay. All right, I'll leave that here. Caramel, Starburst.
Oh, Starburst.
Yeah, the little
Oh,
squares.
they're little tiny. There you go.
Okay, and the assorted Tootsie Rolls. And that's it.
Where was the bit of honey at?
Bit of honey belongs
I
over
was
here.
like, oh, that got lost.
And he got lost. Okay, and sorted, let's see, okay, 90s. Okay, so what we have for the 90s, let's see how well we did. We have the Toxic Waste, which I've never heard of. The Tape Bubblegum. Skittles.
Man, that means I didn't eat Skittles in the 80s.
Airheads. See, we know what the 90s were because that's when our kids were growing up.
Yeah.
And the Wonka Assorted Nerds. Okay. So whatever this is, it goes somewhere else. Let's see.
That's your Warheads. And Sour Patch.
Oh.
Sour Patches.
Sour Patch is the last one on the list.
Yeah.
Okay. So to go over, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 pieces of candy for the 50s. And then for the what was that? That was 80s? Okay, so for the 60s, we got the dots, the watermelon barrels, the cigar, the sugar babies, sugar daddies.
Sugar Daddy.
It's got a stick. It's a daddy.
Daddy.
All right, the red hots and the wax lips. Did you do wax lips?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I did a lot of bottles though.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So this is the 60s pile now, right? 70s.
70s.
70s is Razzles, Fun Dip, Pop Rocks, Swedish Fish,
13 pieces.
Laffy Taffy, Pixie Sticks, and Blow Pop with the bubble gum inside. All right. And then
80s.
80s got a little bitty pile.
Yeah.
The flavors of Tootsie Roll. So they didn't originally tell us what the just chocolate Tootsie Roll when that came out. Caramel and Starburst. Everything was very chewy those years.
Yeah. That's why we all have teeth problems.
And then in the 90s, everything exploded into sour, Warheads, Sour Patch, then Nerds, Airheads, Skittles, and Bubble Tape. Of course, there's the dog. Okay, so of course, you guys can make a, say if, I looked it up on Amazon. It's $30 for the pack. Let me know if you think it was worth it. I probably paid more than that because I bought it at Uranus. But yeah, now I'm just gonna eat candy. I don't want dinner now. So anyway, I thought this would be fun. Bye.